Okay, guys, let's begin. Today we are going to test lesson 8, which is about, this one is lesson 8, which is about the operations on the cube roots. Okay. The first rule in the cubic roots, okay, the cubic root of A times the cubic root of B, actually like square roots exactly, we will multiply the two numbers, so cubic root of AB, okay? So if there is a cubic root of 3 times the cubic root of 9, so it will equal cubic root of 27, which is 3 times 9. Okay, so cubic root
27 يا مستر مش 29.
Okay, 27. So cubic root of 27, actually, it will equal 3. Okay?
يا مستر.
Okay, one more example. If it's a cubic root of 2 times cubic root of -4, so simply it will equal cubic root of -8. 2 times the -4, which means the -8. So cubic root of -8, it's a -2. Okay? Okay. Also, we can simplify the cubic root like square root, guys, okay? If there is a cubic root like a cubic root of 16, so actually 16 means 8 times 2. So the cubic root of 8, it will equal 2. So now it will equal 2 cubic root of 2. Okay?
Okay.
يا مستر.
It is the same. It is the same idea of lesson 6, but it's now in the cubic.
Exactly. It's the same concept, okay, of the square root.
Yes.
One more example like this, cubic root of -54. Actually, -54, it means -27 times 2. So simply, cubic root of -27 means 3. So it's a negative, so -3. So now, -3 cubic root of 2. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So that was about the multiplication operation of the cubic roots. Then what about the division? Also the same concept like the square roots. If it's a cubic root of A divided by cubic root of B, so simply it will equal cubic root of A over B. Numerical examples. Cubic root of 32 divided by cubic root of 4. So this means it will equal the cubic root of 32 over 4, which means it will equal 32 over 4 means 8. So cubic root of 8, which is equal to, correct?
Correct.
مستر بس هنا في السؤال الأصلي كاتب 23 ايه اللي خلاها 62؟
No, I mean 32. 32.
تمام.
Okay?
اوكي.
Okay, great. The next one, if it's a cubic root of 54 over cubic root of -2. So as we said before, simply it will equal the cubic root of 54 over -2, which means it will equal the cubic root of -27, because 54 divided by -2 equal -27. Now cubic root of 27 equal 3, and it's negative, so -3. That's it. Okay?
اوكي يا مستر.
Okay.
Yes.
If it's like this, guys, cubic root of 8 over 125. Now cubic root of 8 actually equal 2. And cubic root of 125, actually also it will equal 5. So it will equals 2 over 5. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
cubic root of negative 27 over 64. So here it will equal the cubic root. No, directly. Here,
negative 3 over 4.
cubic root of negative 27 means it will equal negative 27. The cubic root is equal to 3. And 64, cubic root of 64 equal 4. So it will equal negative 3 over 4. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay يا مستر.
Okay. So as we studied the most famous square roots, okay, for some famous numbers. So here, the cubic root of 1 equal 1. Cubic root of 8 equal 2. Cubic root of 27 equal 3. Cubic root of 64 equal 4. Cubic root of 125 equal 5, and so on. Okay, guys?
Mister, can I
Mister.
ask a few questions?
That's sure.
Mister, can you make us answer the examples because like the lesson is the same idea?
Okay. First, I will solve some examples, and then I'm going to ask you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. If there is a question like this, cubic root of 2 over 3 times cubic root of 4 over 9. So here, guys, simply we can multiply the two fractions. So it will equal cubic root 2 times 4. Okay, so I have to multiply the numerators. 2 times 4 means 8 over. Then 3 times 9, it will equal 27. So now simply it will become
2 over 3.
27. The cubic root of 8
2 over 3
means
يا مستر.
2 over 3.
2.
so cubic root of 8 equals 2 over cubic root of 27 means 3. So the
3.
answer will be 2 over 3. Okay, one more example. If it's a cubic root of 5 over 4 and it's divided by cubic root of 2 over 25. Now in this question, cubic root of 5 over 4 divided by this one. So as usual in division operation, we are going to change, okay, the division into multiplication and then flip the number. So cubic root of 2 over 25 will becomes a 25 over 2. Okay?
Okay.
So as usual, okay, here we are going to multiply the numerators. So it will equal cubic root of 5 times 25, which is 125.
125.
Over 4 times 2, it will be 8.
8.
Now it's very easy. Cubic root of 120.
5 over 2.
Exactly. Will equal 5 over cubic root of
2.
8 means 2. Okay, guys, any questions?
No, mister.
Okay. Actually, guys, we studied a general rule in the square root. Okay. So here it will also be the same. The cubic root of a to the power 3 plus b to the power 3, never say that it will equal a plus b. Okay? So we have to finalize the process first inside the cubic root, then we can get the cubic root of the answer or the result. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and also cubic root of a to the power 3, if it's a subtraction operation like this, minus b to the power 3, also never say that it will equal a minus b. That's totally wrong. Okay, so in this case, if it's a addition or subtraction, we have to finalize the process first. Okay, are we clear till now?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Clear يا مستر.
Great. So the next point, guys, do you still remember in the square roots, we said that the square root of negative 9, for example, okay, we said that we don't have a square root for a negative numbers, okay, because there is no numbers, okay, two negative numbers, which is multiplied by themselves, okay, to get -3 because, sorry, -9, because here 9 means it will be 3 times 3 or -3 times a -3. So now this is -9. Okay, so we said that square root for -9, okay, or negative numbers, it's not possible here. But actually in the cubic roots, the cubic root of -a, actually it will equal the negative outside the cubic root like this, then cubic root of a. Like what? Like if it's a cubic root of -8, so simply this means a negative cubic root of 8, which is equal -2, right?
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
cubic root for negative numbers, okay, is possible. That's because here, and the cubic root, okay, means the number is multiplied by itself 3 times. So in this case, we can say that it's a -2 times a -2 times a -2. So -2 times a -2 means 4. Then 4 times a -2 means a -8. So actually, -2 is the cubic root of -8. So if the cubic root of a positive number, it will equal a positive number. If it's a negative number, then it will equal a negative number. Okay, guys?
يا مستر في الاخر هتطلع يا مستر -2.
Yes, exactly. So it will equal -2. The sign of the number will be the same like the sign of the cubic root. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Let's solve one example like this. If there is a number like 3 and then cubic root of 1/9. We solved such type of questions in the square roots. So here, okay, we can insert the number inside the cubic root, okay, but with its cubic value. So 3 here, if we will place it inside the cubic root, it will be 3 to the power 3, which means inside the cubic root it will equal 27. Yes. So this means it will equal the cubic root of 27/9, which means cubic root of 3. Right?
Right يا مستر.
Okay.
Right.
Then what about this one? If it's 8, cubic root of 1/4. Okay. Also here, we can insert this number totally inside the cubic root, or also we can divide it like this. 8 here means it's 4 times 2. So here, cubic root of 1/4. So 2 inside the cubic root means 8. So now it will equal 4 cubic root. The 2 inside the cubic root means 8/4. So simply it will equal 4 cubic root of 2. Okay?
اوكي.
اوكي يا مستر.
Okay. Now concentrate on the next point well.
Okay.
If there is a cubic root of a/b, okay, and I want to change the denominator to be integer. Do you still remember on the last lessons about the square root? We said that we will multiply it by square root of b over square root of b, correct? So what we can make
Correct.
the denominator is an integer. But here, guys, if we will multiply this one by cubic root of b over cubic root of b, so now only the cubic root of b is multiplied by itself 2 times, so it will not equal b, right?
Right.
Right.
So in this case, we have to multiply the number by cubic root of b squared, not b. So now b times b squared, okay, so it will equal the cubic root of b to the power 3, which means b. Okay? So now we can convert the denominator into integer. I will show you one numerical example so that we can understand it. Okay?
Okay.
اوكي.
Okay. Like this one, guys. if there is a cubic root of 1 over 3. So simply, as I told you, multiply it by cubic root of the denominator squared. So this means 9 over 9. Okay?
يعني مثلا واحنا في الدينومينيتور نقوم عاملينه بار
Power 2, yes.
بار 2
Okay.
بعدين نعمله بار 2 مرتين بعدين نعمله اوفر.
Yes, it will be cubic root of 3 to the power 2 over cubic root of 3 to the power 2. So this means cubic root of 9 over cubic root of 9. Okay?
اوكي.
So here in the numerator, guys, it will be cubic root of 1 times the cubic root of 9, which means cubic root of 9. Then what about the denominator? Denominator is cubic root of 3 times cubic root of 9. Now it becomes a cubic root of 27. So simply it will equal 3. So this means directly it will equal 3. So this one will equal cubic root of 9 over 3. Okay? One more example. And concentrate well. If it's a cubic root of 1 over 4. So in this case, I have to multiply this number by cubic root of over cubic root of. What will be the number? 4 squared. So 16. Okay?
Okay.
So now the numerators will become cubic root of 1 times cubic root of 16, which means cubic root of 16 over. Here, cubic root of 4 times the cubic root of 16.
equals 64.
Okay, equal cubic root of 64. Cubic root of 64, guys, means it will equal
equal 4.
4.
4.
Or 4.
Now this point is clear, guys?
Yes.
clear.
Okay, let's continue. The next point, some examples like this one, each of the following, and it's the simplest form. The first one, it's a cubic root of 24 plus cubic root of 3 minus cubic root of 81. So as usual, and also as we did in the square root, we will simplify the numbers here, but in the cubic roots. So 24, I'm going to factorize the number, okay, into 2 factors. One of them is a perfect cube, like 24 is the cubic root of 8 times 3 plus cubic root of 3 already in the simplest form, minus cubic root of 81, actually 27 times 3. So cubic root
8 multiply 8, 9. 8 multiply 9.
8 multiply 9 equal 81. It's 9 times 9, but what is the benefits which I will get if it's 9 times 9? Nothing. Both of them doesn't have a cubic root. So it's 27 times 3. So now the question is almost done. The cubic root of 8 means 2, then cubic root of 3 plus cubic root of 3 minus 27 means 3. Cubic root of 27 equals 3. Then the remaining one will be cubic root of 3. Now, guys, normal addition to cubic root of 3 plus cubic root of 3 will equal 3 cubic root of 3 minus 3 cubic root of 3. So simply it will equal 0. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right يا مستر.
Okay. The next question. If the question is like this, guys, and to concentrate well in that one.
Okay.
It's a cubic root of 54 plus 6 cubic root of 16 minus 6 cubic root of 1 over 4. So first we have to simplify each number. So it will equal cubic root of 54 means
27 multiply 2.
27 times 2. Then 6 cubic root 16 means 8 times
8
2.
multiply 2.
Okay. Then minus 6 cubic root of 1 over 4. I can simplify this term within two methods. The first one, okay, that I can insert this number inside the cubic root and try to simplify it, okay? Or otherwise, I can just multiply it by cubic root of over cubic root of. Here the number is 4. So 4 squared means 16 and 16. So let's continue. It will equal this one, cubic root of 27 means it will be outside the cubic root equal 3. So 3 cubic root of 2 plus 8 cubic root of 8 means 2. 2 now times the 6. So
2
it will
square
be
root of 2.
12.
2 square. 12
Okay,
square.
you will multiply 2 times 6. So it will
Correct.
be 12 cubic root of 2. Then minus. Now in this one, 6 times cubic root of 1 times the cubic root of 16. So of course, 6 cubic root of 16 over. Here, the denominator, cubic root of 4 times the cubic root of 16. We said that directly it will equal this number, which is 4. Because it will equal the cubic root of 64, which means 4. So now, guys, also this term we can still simplify it. It's a cubic root of 16, which means cubic root of 8 times 2, correct?
Yes, correct.
correct.
This 8 will equal 2, then cubic root of 2. So now cubic root of 16, it will becomes 2 cubic root of 2. So now we can remove this one and write down 2. So times 2 cubic root of 2. So 6 times 2 means 12. So it's 12 the cubic root of 2, right? 12
Right.
cubic root of 2. Now, simplify this 12 and 4. So this means 3. So now the question, 3 cubic root of 2 plus 12 cubic root of 2 means 15 cubic root of 2 minus 3. So it will equal 12 cubic root of 2. That's it. Okay? Any questions?
Mr. Can you repeat it, please?
That's sure. Again, guys, again, I'm going to clear the solution and then solve it one more time. So concentrate well. The first two terms are very easy, okay? Here, as I said, we have to factorize the two numbers, this number into two numbers. One of them is a perfect cube. So there is a cubic root for that number, I mean. So 54, actually, it's the cubic root of 27 times 2. Why 27 times 2? Because 27 is a perfect cube. It has a cubic root. Okay, then plus 6 cubic root of 16. We said that it's cubic root of 16 means 8 times 2. So 8 times 2. Why 8 times 2, not 4 times 4? Because 8 has a cubic root, but 4, no. Correct? Then minus 6 cubic root of 1 over 4. So in this case, we are going to multiply it by cubic root of a number over cubic root of a number. We said that it's b squared, the denominator is squared. So 4 squared means 16 over cubic root of 16. Correct? Now,
Correct.
guys, let's simplify the first term. This one, cubic root of 27 means 3, then cubic root of 2 plus. This cubic root of 8 means 12 equal 2. 2 times that 6 will be 12 cubic root of 2. Then the last number, it will be 6 cubic root of 16 over 4 as a cubic root times a cubic root of 16 means cubic root of 64, which means directly we can write it down like this, 4. Without calculations, it will equal this number. Okay, guys?
Okay, Mr.
Okay. Now, guys, it will equal 3 cubic root of 2 plus 12. It will equal 15 cubic root of 2 minus 6 cubic root of 16, we said that it's a cubic root of 8 times 2 over 4. So 12 becomes a 15 cubic root of 2 minus. Now, guys, cubic root of 8, it will equal 2. 2 times that's x, it will be 12. Okay, cubic root of 2 over 4. Now simplify 12 and 4. 12 divide 4 means 3. So 15 cubic root of 2 minus 3 cubic root of 2, it will equal 12 cubic root of 2. Now it becomes clear, guys?
Yes, Mr.
Clear, Mr.
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Okay, great. So let's solve more examples like this one. If I want to simplify this one, 5 cubic root of 2 minus cubic root of 16 plus cubic root of negative 54. It's a very simple. So now 5 cubic root of 2, it's already in the simplest form. So 5 cubic root of 2 minus cubic root of 16. As I said before, it's 8 times 2. So the cubic root of 8 means 2 cubic root of 2. Okay, guys?
Okay, Mr.
But it's like this, cubic root of 8 times 2. So cubic root of 8 means 2. Then cubic root of 2. Clear?
Clear.
Any questions till now?
No, Mr.
Okay. Then the last term. It's a cubic root of negative 54. So plus cubic root. Negative 54, guys, we said that it's 27 times 2, like this, correct? So the cubic root of negative 27, it's a negative 3, so will be negative 3 cubic root of
Root of 2.
sign to be negative. And then 3 cubic root of 2. Now 5 cubic root of 2 minus 2 cubic root of 2, okay? It will equal 3 cubic root of 2. So 3 minus 3 cubic root of 2,
0.
so it will equal 0. Now this one is also clear, guys?
Clear, Mr.
Okay. One more example. If it's like this, if the question is cubic root of 72 plus cubic root of 1/3 plus cubic root of negative 9. Okay, so how to simplify the cubic root of 72? Actually, 72 means 8 times 9, correct?
Correct.
correct.
Then plus cubic root of 1/3 times we have to multiply it by the cubic root of over cubic root of. It's a 3. So 3 squared means 9 and then 9. Then plus cubic root of negative 9. So this means a negative cubic root of 9. Correct?
Correct.
So now, guys, let's simplify it. 12 equal
Over
8, 12 equal 2 cubic root of 9. And then plus cubic root of 1 times the cubic root of 9. It will be cubic root of 9 over
3.
3. Very good. Okay. Then minus cubic root of 9, the last term. Okay, so now two cubic root of 9, and here cubic root of 9 over 3, and then the last one minus cubic root of 9. Okay, so here 2 cubic root of 9 minus cubic root of 9 means
Cubic root of 9.
it will equal cubic root of 9. Correct?
Correct.
Then cubic root of 9 plus cubic root of 9 over 3. So unify the two denominators. Okay, so cubic root of 9 plus cubic root of 9 over 3. So here there is 1, of course. So this one means if we will unify the denominators, it will be 3 over 3. Correct? So simply it will equal 4 cubic root of 9 over 3. That's it. Okay, guys, now it becomes clear.
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
From where you got 3 over 3?
3 over 3 here. Of course, before this cubic root of 9, okay, there is 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I want to unify these two denominators. Here, the denominator is 3, and also I want to change this denominator to be 3. Okay, so here it will equal 3 over 3 because it's 1, correct?
Okay.
Yes, so now add the numerators. 3 cubic root of 9 plus cubic root of 9, 4 cubic root of 9 over the denominator, which is 3. Like addition of fractions. Okay?
Okay, Mr.
Okay, Mr.
Any questions, guys?
No.
No, Mr.
Now the next question. Find the result in the simplest form. 2 cubic root of 4 times this bracket, 5 cubic root of 1 over 2 minus cubic root of 32. So as usual, guys, here there is a number multiplied by this bracket. So simply we will multiply this number by the first term inside the bracket and then by the second term. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
But Mr. First, can we make the denominator of cubic root 1 over 2?
You mean you want to change it? Okay. Check first if you will multiply it. Okay, it will be simplified or not. Then decide wherever you will multiply it first, or you will change the denominator. Here, I will find that if I will multiply 2 times 5, it will equal 10. Then cubic root of 4 times cubic root of 1 over 2. So this means it will equal cubic root of 4 over 2, which means cubic root
Cubic
of
root of 2.
4 over 2 will equal 2 directly. So no need to change the denominator in this case, right?
Right.
Okay, then the next number, it's 2 times the last term, so minus 2 cubic root of 4 times the cubic root of 32, so it will equal 2. Then cubic root of 4 times the 32, it will equal 128.
128.
Now simplify it. It will equal 10 cubic root of 2 minus 2 cubic root, actually 128, it's 64 times 2. So now, guys, 10 cubic root of 2 minus the 64 as a cubic root, it will equal 4. Now now multiply this 4 times that.
يعني 8 كيوبيك روت ل 2 كيوبيك روت ل 2
So it will equal 8, exactly, cubic root of 2. So now 10 cubic root of 2 minus 8 cubic root of 2. So it will equal
2 كيوبيك روت ل 2
Cubic root of 2. 2 cubic root of 2.
cubic root of 2.
Of 2.
Okay, great. Now this
Mr.
one is also clear, guys. Yes.
Yes, Mr.
Can you,
Yes.
Mr. give us examples to answer?
Okay. First, I will solve the next question. Then we will solve different examples. I will ask you about it. Okay. So, but
Okay.
first, let me solve the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
The next question, guys, it's like this. If x equals the cubic root of 5 plus 2. and y equal the cubic root of 5 minus 2. Find x plus y to the power 3 minus x minus y to the power 3. So let's solve that question. Actually, guys, here x plus y to the power 3, so just add x and y. So x plus y means this term plus this term. So it will become like this, square root of, cubic root of 5 plus 2 plus cubic root of 5 minus 2. So it will equal 2 cubic root of 5, and this positive 2 and minus 2, so 0. So only it will equals 2 cubic root of 5 to the power 3. Correct?
Correct.
Then minus. Let me show you the next one, which is x minus y to the power 3. So x minus y here, it will equal cubic root of 5 plus 2 minus, then cubic root of 5 minus 2. So simply, guys, it will be cubic root of 5 plus 2 minus cubic root of 5. And here there is a negative sign and negative sign. So minus negative 2 means a plus 2. Okay?
Equal 4.
So now here, cubic root of 5 minus cubic root of 5, 0. So 2 plus 2 it will equal 4. So simply, this term, it will equal 4 to the power 3. Are we clear till now?
Yes, Mr.
Clear, Mr.
So now, guys, it will equal 2 to the power 3 means 8. Cubic root of 5 to the power 3 means 5. Minus 4 to the power 3, we said that it's 64. Because 4 times 4 equals 16 times 4 again, it will equal 64. So here, 8 times 5, 40 minus 64. So it will equal negative
Negative
24.
24.
That's it. Now this question is also clear, guys?
Yes, Mr. Clear.
Okay, great. Do we have any questions?
No, Mr. No question.
No.
Okay. Actually, the good news that was the lesson, okay? And we finished this lesson, guys.